When I say World War II, what comes to mind? For a lot of you, I'm sure it's Hitler, or death camps, or air raids. For me, I think drugs. I'm going to talk to you today about meth usage in World War II. In researching for this project, I used sources such as the National Institute of Drug Abuse and Norman Ohler's book, Blitzed, Drugs in the Third Reich. I will talk to you today about what meth is, its history in World War II, and its long-lasting effects on society. First, we'll start with what is meth. The NIDA identifies it as a stimulant drug, increasing levels of dopamine in the brain, increasing wakeness and physical activity, and causing a dramatic decrease in appetite. But most importantly, they identify it as highly addictive. Now that you know what it is, we'll talk about its history. Norman Ohler, in his book, says that in World War II, Hitler says, the two most dangerous things on this earth are Jews and drug users, saying they both needed to be eradicated. But nobody saw harm in the use of methamphetamine. A major pharmaceutical company in Germany during this time was called Temmler, and Temmler created a drug called Pervitin, which they trademarked. It was a crystallized form of the molecule N-methylamphetamine. It was sold commercially and was essentially a raw adrenaline. People not only thought it was harmless, but thought it could solve all of their problems and identified it as the wonder drug. It was sold in strips of 5 or 6 that you could get over the counter and keep in your pocket, more easily accessible than cough drops are today. They even put it in chocolate so you could give the drug to your children. Dr. Morell, Hitler's personal physician, gave him the drug to help him stay awake to write his famous speeches that started the war. When Hitler took the drug, he fell in love. He was amazed how long he could stay tireless and fearless, claiming that it made him stronger. So he made it mandatory for all soldiers in the German army to take the drug on the front lines. Although the German army did not supply it for them, they were required to acquire it. Contrary to popular belief, Germany had a very bad army. But on this Pervitin pill, they did not have to sleep while their opposition did. And they had zero fear because they had no judgment at all. Lastly, we'll look at its long-lasting effects on society. Munich University in Germany, during the war, did a study on the drug and its effects of high dosage use. It was so bad and so devastating that they had to have special rooms in the university for what they called Pervitin corpses, which was living people who had overdosed on the drug and needed to cool off. People still did not care. They loved and believed in the drug so strongly they were willing to overlook how easy it was to overdose. There were no restrictions on the drug until the 1970 Controlled Substance Act in the US. Although the drug is still mass-produced and smuggled from Mexico to its surrounding countries, including America, it is no longer quite so easily accessible and definitely not put in chocolate for the kids. It is not only one of the most common drugs, not only one of the most highly addictive, but once you start taking it, there is no judgment. So you will keep taking it and taking it and taking it because it seems like a good idea. You have no sense of right and wrong anymore. Narconon.org claims that 52% of San Jose prisoners incarcerated for drug possession test positive for methamphetamine today. And the CDC identifies methamphetamine in 2014 as the 7th most deadly drug in the world. In conclusion, crystal meth came about in World War II as a pill called Pervitin, which was not only legal, not only recommended, but mandated for soldiers and given to children in chocolate. Now, meth was the wonder drug of the 20th century. But what's ours now?